I'm Joe Beaver. Welcome to the Senioritis podcast. I'm here with Matthew Lyons, Derek Tirrell, and Aaron Johnson. So how's everybody doing today?
I'm doing great. How's everybody else?
Fantastic. No complaints here.
Yeah, I guess I'll come out of the gates. I don't know about you guys, but after because we haven't done this in a while. I mean, it's been like what 2 or 3 weeks. Christmas has passed, New Year's has passed. We're finally into the full swing of things with school, and I'm not feeling that existential dread that I was feeling anymore. Like that vacation was so needed, even though like I didn't nothing really extravagant happened. I just I stayed home. I decompressed. I didn't have to focus on work and school. It was all just simple and flowed. It allowed me to get my mind off things. It was perfect. It was beautiful. I needed it. I don't know about you guys. If anyone wants to jump in.
Yeah, I felt the same way. There was like that the first day back. There was that dread, but now that it's our second week back, we are rolling in with another new form of school. But I think now that it's like at the front door, I think we've all kind of accepted it and we're ready to, move on with the back half of the year.
Yeah. I agree. Vacation was great. Things did start to look a lot better mid-December toward, and up to now. We'll have to see how the new schedule goes. Not very much looking forward to it, but like Matt said, I've kind of accepted it, and it is what it is. But we'll see. Overall, I'm doing pretty well. Things are going well.
Yeah, like Aaron said, I think that vacation was much needed, and it definitely was like the perfect time for it all. So,
yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but it was kind of like symbolic for me going from like 2020 to 2021. And how am I not going to mention that Matt got his braces off as well, first of all? He's got those pearly whites.
New year, new me, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6
So
years
now,
in the making, guys. Yeah.
I'll just be looking at your teeth, and now they're all just looking at your teeth for the rest of the program.
I got my wisdom teeth out, so a lot of big changes to our teeth on the show. So, yeah.
I actually went to my doctor. Like I had a recent dentist appointment. They told me I don't have wisdom teeth at all.
Oh, wow. What a plot twist there.
Yeah, and the person that was like doing it said she's never seen that before. So, yeah.
A medical anomaly, Joe Beaver.
Yeah.
Aaron, how about your teeth?
Yeah, Aaron, what's up with yours?
I brushed them. I flossed them this morning.
Okay.
That's about the extent. Are they doing like a medical study on you, Joe? Because I feel like that's pretty extraordinary. I don't know why we just glossed over it. I know he doesn't have wisdom.
Yeah, the doctor and the nurse are like, the dental, I forget the name, like assistant person. They're both surprised that they hadn't seen that before. So, but it's possible apparently. So, yeah.
I didn't know that was possible either. I've never heard of that. No wisdom teeth.
Absolutely none. But I mean, in the time that we were gone, a lot of stuff kind of happened. Our capital was threatened. I'm not going to go too much into that because slippery slope there. But you guys have anything else to kind of bring to the table?
I just want to say I feel left out because you all have hoodies on. I don't know if you coordinated this, but I am just wearing a t-shirt. And I mean, Derek and I, we have the hats, but you guys all have hoodies on. I feel very left out.
I'm sorry to hear that, Matt.
Yeah, next time I just would appreciate a heads up is all.
All right,
yeah, this year it's so far same old. It hasn't been that drastic leap from 2020 that we all hoped. I do think that there's still a sense of hope that this year will be better. So far, not getting off to a great start.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to go off what Aaron said with the symbolism of it being 2021 now. In 5th grade, when you get your student email, it has your graduation year. So that would have been what, like
5th grade, dude. 7 years ago, roughly. 7 to 8. So like around
2013, 2014,
yeah.
2012. Seeing
Somewhere
that 2021 was like, wow, like that's never gonna happen. when you first get that email address that has the 21 at the end, and we're here, graduation year.
Yeah, that was when like Shakira and Jay-Z were big, and now they're like out of the scene.
She was at the halftime show last year. She's not that out of the scene.
That's true.
I can't
Still
speak
kinda
on
in the
behalf
scene
of.
age, kinda.
I know, but I feel like the Super Bowl, like the halftime show, they kind of bring back artists who were like popular like a couple of years ago, and like they push them in. Like this year, it's in a couple of weeks actually. And they have The Weeknd, and I mean, he had Blinding Lights this year, which is like a really big song. But other than that, like he kind of like reaches like peak in popularity back in like 2016, 2017. So
Wow, man, I didn't
especially
know you
with
were
like
such like the music guy over there. Dang, you know your artists.
Yeah,
dude, I am like I don't know if a music gypsy is the right word, but I roam.
Probably
man.
not the
I
right
roam.
word.
the musical messiah.
Yeah, I like all different types of music. I'm big into like alternative right now. Morgan Wallen came out with a new album, which is dope, which is a country. But yeah, and do you know we might actually still have prom? It's not off the table yet, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, you go. Sorry, I keep on.
No. I was just making a sound. New Year is still the same terrible timing I have on Zoom.
But yeah, they're still projecting that we might have it on the first. There's a lot of like ideas floating around. Nothing's like too solidified, but they might like test us all. It might be outside instead of inside, but they're still optimistic and shooting for it. Like, would you guys feel comfortable going to a prom?
It depends on what happens in the next few months, I guess.
Yeah.
You never know. Every time we try and plan 1 week ahead, 2 weeks ahead, something changes. So that's like months. You can't ask that. Like, that's way too far.
Also, like the other day, I think, well, Derek's my math class. We had like 5 kids in my math class because so many people were quarantining. So, like, I don't know. I mean, even like the next 2 weeks is uncertain. So I don't think it's easy to, plan something like months in advance, like prom. So.
And God, would it suck to be that one person who, is quarantined and can't go to prom.
Yeah.
Or if like one person tests positive and then everyone who went to prom has to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Or like you're like not exposed or whatever, but then like your date gets exposed and then then what happens?
And also, how are they going to do that? Because a lot of people bring like not like dates from outside the school and from different grades and all that. How is that going to work too? Like, it just doesn't seem plausible.
I think they'd be better off just doing like a senior reception where there's no like dates and it's kind of just like a laid back, just have it be like a big outdoor barbecue cookout thing and call it a day. That's my suggestion to the prom committee.
Yeah. If people want to wear like tuxes and fancy dresses, go for it.
You want to wear the sweats and sweatshirt, you can do that too.
Yeah.
I would love a senior barbecue.
That's what I'm saying.
Some like cornhole.
Think about it. We have that big lawn right in front of the school. Plenty of space to social distance. Get some girls going. Have a good time.
Yeah. Like pre-package the meal so they just like slide them across. So like you can get some like ribs, like taters or whatever. Just
have like an assembly line that like every like 6 feet there's a different station like through the school. You like walk around.
And then at the end, it leads you to like the outside, and then you go and you like a pig. Don't they do like a senior picnic, something like that?
Yeah,
but more barbecue like.
Yeah. Ditch the reception. Let's just get a big barbecue. Let's get Sarcastic Swan in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Local businesses could support.
Yeah, I know. Like Cream's always super good about that. We could have ice cream. I remember, because they would bring like a stand to the school sometimes. And we could like get ice cream for free outside the school. So I'm sure like they would, do something like that. So many local businesses in Abington. And I mean, I know it doesn't always feel like it, but people do feel bad for us and sympathize for us as seniors, even though you don't see it as much as maybe like you did last year. I think people do kind of care. So I think we would, like, if we really got something going, I think a lot of people would support it.
Yeah, and I mean, ditch the formalities. I mean, I know we're like pitching this, but I'm thinking it could be like a genuine idea. Because there's no way, and like at all, that the dances are going to be like they were.
Yeah. So why try to replicate something that's going to not be as good? Do something new that works with the situation we have in front of us. And I know it's not going to please everyone, but at least it will be maybe safer and less of a mess.
Yeah. Barbecue, flannels, line dances. Oh man, that'd be something to see.
Cotton Eye Joe.
It would be way easier to do our theme too, wouldn't it? Isn't it like forest related? If we're outside, I mean, that's taken care of.
I thought it was under the sea. I thought that's
No, I wanted it to be under the
Yeah.
sea, but no one voted for it.
I voted for that.
Oh.
You were the one that was like, let's do Into the Woods. It's going to be
Yeah,
awesome.
and that was
Everyone
you.
else
You
wanted
wanted
to
the
do, like,
fairy tale or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because none of those were going to come out like you thought. Like those were like professional boutique ideas. And
Yeah, but Under the Sea would have been sick. Joe, what one did you vote for?
No, there would be lights.
Thing?
There would be like a coral centerpiece, and that would be it.
What did you vote for, Joe?
I did Under the Sea.
Let's
Thank
go,
you.
Joe. Under the Sea.
The winners of like prom king and queen, they could have like a trident.
Yes.
And like there could have been like you're the biggest like sushi guy ever. There could have been sushi provided. I mean, come on.
Dude.
Not everyone likes. Hey, sushi is expensive. Having a sushi bar, that would be.
Yeah, I was about to say it's probably out of budget.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Under the Sea, man, would have been a great time. That what is the theme? I'm sure it will still be fun, but what is the theme?
It's Enchanted Forest.
Enchanted Forest. That's what it is.
Yeah, just get some trees, some string lights. That's all you need.
Why is that any cooler than like the coral reef and stuff?
Yeah.
It's not cooler, but you can execute it. It's like it's plausible. You don't need that big of a budget to do it. Under the Sea. Did you see what was in there? There was like fish stuff all over the walls. Like that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, it was, dude.
No, the place.
What do you think's gonna happen, bro? You trying to get like the pumpkin carriage or whatever, bro? Like.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I want to have a Cinderella picture in the pumpkin carriage. All right. Maybe that.
To each his own, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll have our own Under the Sea.
Yeah, we can have our own Under the Sea. Me, Joe, and Matt.
Yeah, Under the Sea barbecue. Just the three.
Yeah. Barbecue under the sea. Yeah.
Oh, fish and barbecue sauce? That sounds gross.
We could have scallops barbecue sauce. That would be better, right?
That works, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully something happens. I really hope they start to do more for us. I know that sounds selfish and so awful, but I feel like last year they did a lot for the seniors, and I just want some of that. I know that's like awful to say and like super selfish, but
not awful to say.
Senior year, and everyone says it's such a fun year, and I want just a little something. Throw us a bone, I feel like we've been pretty good about adapting to all these different situations they're putting in front of us and putting up with everything they've been making us do and continuing to meet the same high standards. So a little something would be nice.
I just want one thing to make it memorable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just like one thing where when I look back at my senior year, I'm not like, oh yeah, that was the year with like COVID. I'm like, oh, this is the year where we had like this big barbecue. It was great. Like I got to say goodbye to everyone, whatever. Yeah.
I agree. I think that would be great. Because that's how we like, even in the.
It doesn't have to be, they don't have to like do anything crazy.
Yeah.
But just something. It would go such a long way, I feel, after how like this year's been. And yeah,
and last year too, because like when we were doing our like superlatives for like the yearbook, it was like, oh, name like one memory. It took me like 20 minutes to like think of one, and that's like nothing against the school, because I think junior senior year is when you like actually start paying attention to like everything, not just school or not just friends, but you finally like learn the balance to like appreciate both of those.
Yeah.
You know what would be awesome, but I don't know how they would do it. If we did like a senior movie night, we get one of those big drive-in projectors, put it on that lawn so it's not useless, and then just lay towels all across, and then everyone's distant, everyone's safe.
I mean, guys, why don't we form our own committee? We have two glorious ideas here, and we need to share this. We need to make sure that everyone knows of these ideas.
Maybe we should
'Cause
have
that's a great idea.
we should have Rachel back on the show and on live, like make her shut us down right in front of the camera, or she can say yes.
Yeah, we can put the
Yeah.
pressure on her. Oh,
Yeah.
what about this idea?
Yeah. We invited like, oh, you were just gonna ask you a few questions.
Yeah, and then just bust out a list of like all these different
Yeah.
ideas.
List of demands.
Yeah, demands.
Yeah. We want barbecue. We want movies. Make it happen.
Yeah. Yep.
Yearbooks are coming out.
Sorry?
The yearbooks are coming out. Those
Yeah.
were hard to do because I mean we haven't had that like much of a memorable year. I mean years besides like freshman and sophomore. Junior year was interrupted, and senior year was totally interrupted. So, and I feel like those are like the 2 years that you remember them, that you're supposed to remember the most.
Right, and I feel like I haven't made like any like significant memories this year. I feel like when it comes to like school. I mean,
Yeah.
like we've had good stuff happen outside of school with like, Chronicle and like a lot of other things that have happened that have been great outside of school. But when it comes to like actually being in the school and like having fun, I feel like that hasn't happened this year at
Yeah.
all. And because I remember, when we were in freshman year, we all took, like the business classes, and we saw the seniors and how much fun they were having, and like just like the good vibe, and even like staying after school in the library. And
Mhm.
the thing that I miss most about how school is the lunch table. Last year we had like a big lunch table with like 10 of us, and like I was really like expanding my friends group and like talking to a ton of different people, and it was great. And now I sit all the way by the gym in the very, very far back in solitary confinement back there. And yeah, so that's very different. But one of the things that got me through the lows of 2020 was the entertainment that we were getting. We got some decent stuff. Big fan of The Boys, The Mandalorian. We got some good stuff. And 2021 seems to be the year, because all of the bad movies from last year, they got released to streaming, and now all the good ones they're saving for theaters. So we're gonna have two, hopefully theaters will be safe to go back soon, and we'll be able to see some good movies. Streaming and shows, there's something that I'm gonna be looking forward to almost every week for the next few months. So those type of things, those distractions that can put you into another universe instead of this one where we have COVID-19, are definitely some of the biggest things that get me through, the year. Whether that's like TV shows, movies, video games, any of that stuff. What do you guys think? Do you have anything that you're like super excited for? Is there anything that like trumps everything else that like you're most excited for this year when it comes to like entertainment of any type, music even?
Netflix just announced yesterday that they're gonna have one new movie each week. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm just excited that they released live action Mulan on Disney Plus, because that was the worst movie I've ever seen. It was so bad.
You bought it for $30?
No.
Okay.
They decided to not do the $30 like
Oh, really?
anymore.
Yeah.
It's there just to stream. I was like, hey, you know what? This kind of got some hype around it. $30. If they were charging that, why wouldn't I watch it? Waste of my time.
What about did you guys see Soul? New Pixar movie?
No, I haven't. I heard that was good.
It was good. Yeah. It was different, like, than all other Pixar movies, which is why like it's getting like extra attention.
Right.
It's
So
like,
what are we looking forward to?
WandaVision Friday.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Aaron,
I'm
might
a
not
little
be your cup of
skeptical the
tea.
closer we get. I think that the first few episodes are going to be a little, I don't know, too out there for me maybe. But I think like we'll have like a good last few episodes.
I agree with that. It's gonna give like people whiplash the first like 3 to 4 episodes, but once like the mystery of it kind of gets revealed, I think it's gonna be really good. Foo Fighters new album.
sorry. Dang it.
Foo Fighters new album, anyone? Next
No, I
month?
love the Foo Fighters. I know I said I listen to all music. I don't listen to Foo Fighters.
Well, okay. Wow. That hurts, man.
Sorry, I just never got into them. I'm not.
But
I'm not
there's
really
always a chance to get into them.
I'm not a hard rock type of guy.
But they're not only hard rock, they're classic rock. They have a folk song, Skin and Bones. A lot of great acoustic songs.
What about you, Joe? Any movie, game, TV show coming out that you're looking forward to?
New NBA season, and then also in school, obviously basketball started, hockey's gonna start, so
Yeah,
that's all good stuff.
for sure.
Joe, you has each of you recorded a basketball game yet?
No, mine's on a Friday.
Okay,
I
but
have.
okay, and
I
you
have.
too. Okay. Is it like the same, like minus obviously, the crowds, but is it like similar to watch with the masks, with the coin toss, or is it like noticeably like very different?
It's kind of weird, like so it's like really quiet in the gym,
Mhm.
so like there's no fans or anything, so you can hear like if like the coach is mad about a call or something, you can like hear it, and the mic picks it up too. And then also it's weird, like there's no tip offs to start games, and there's no halftime. So I guess it makes the game kind of go faster. Um,
Hmm.
but also there's some things that are like kind of weird. Like if they go for a jump ball, there's no like if they force the jump ball, there's no jump ball afterwards. One team just gets it. And there's like some other weird kind of rules. So
I don't understand the whole no tip off thing because I was watching the
I
games
was
and
wondering that too.
they're kind of like all over each other, and I don't think it would make that much of a difference. So I don't know why they made that adjustment. But
I was about to chime in. The game hasn't really changed much. I mean, we saw so many like COVID fouls and like a really overprotective soccer season.
yes,
And with this, it's totally different. And I feel like it's kind of a little more irresponsible because with soccer, you're outside,
Mhm.
but now you're inside, air's circulating, everyone's sweating on each other.
I
And
was watching some of those games, and they're like piles of people like on top of each other. So
Well, the game last night, it was girls varsity, and it was against the Mashpee Falcons, I believe. And the refs, until the third quarter, until the coaches started saying something, there was like no calls at all. Like they were doing like the minimal amount of calls, like as far as COVID contact and things like that. And it was really weird to see. And so like the opposing team's coach even complained about how it should have been a call on his own team when there was like I think it was like a charging or like a blocking foul, and there was a lot of contact on it. And even the coach of the other team wanted him to call it on his own team
yeah,
because it was so bad. So
wow.
yeah,
yeah, I don't understand how they've turned like a blind eye to that,
Yeah,
especially
doesn't
if they were
feel right.
so uptight about it.
I
Yeah.
just think that things you need to make a decision. If you're gonna say that this is okay, then you can't say that something else is not okay. If you want to say, all right, what we're doing here is safe and it's not going to spread COVID, you can't go over to the next thing and say, all right, well, this isn't safe. This is going to spread COVID. You know, for instance, we can't come into the studio when we go full remote. It's a little weird how, basketball has so little regulation when it comes to COVID, or at least so little enforcement of the regulation that they do have.
Don't get me started on this. I won't stop.
Yeah, I agree with you. There
Yeah,
definitely
I know.
has to be consistency. I mean, obviously no one wants to be in this situation, but we're in it. We have to get through it, but we can't tiptoe around the rules. And they have
Yeah,
to apply to everyone.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What new movies are coming out in 2021? Because I haven't really heard anything.
We got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff on HBO Max.
Yeah, a lot of
Streaming.
getting. Justin, we're getting Black Widow,
Mhm.
Suicide Squad. Help me out here, Matt.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
HBO Max movie. The Little Things, which is an HBO Max movie. Snyder Cut.
Yep. The Justice League
Um,
Snyder Cut, Shang-Chi,
mhm,
Spider-Man. Spider-Man this year? Yeah, Spider-Man's this year.
supposedly, yeah.
Yeah.
What else? I'm trying to think of like
A lot of
aside
it's
from
streaming service. Like we're getting a lot of streaming shows and TV and movies.
No, none of them are hitting the theaters.
if they are, it's only for like a very limited amount of time
Yeah.
in like selective
Oh, that's
theaters.
sad.
It is sad, yeah.
Theaters aren't, I mean, it's safer than a basketball game, but it's not exactly the COVID-free zone.
Yeah. I hope like when COVID is like over and it's safe to go back to the theaters, I hope they like re-release movies from these like this past year that didn't get to go a
Mm.
full theatrical release. I think that would be awesome. Yeah.
I'm scared to see that like after this, all these streaming services that have merged and started releasing their own movies are gonna keep on doing that and keep them from theaters, and we're gonna see like a downfall in theater like variety movies.
People, they make so much money from people going to the movies, dude. They make a lot of money from that. And I think, it's going to be different. I think going to the movies is going to be more the equivalent of like going to a sports game. Like with sports games, you watch your sports game at home, at your house. Like normally you can sit at home at your house, watch a movie on a streaming service, or you can go to the sports game, you can go to the movies, get like the popcorn, get like the full experience, and it's going to be more like that. I don't know if it's going to be like a quick fun thing to do thing anymore, because I could see it getting a little more expensive so these companies can recover, and I could see it just kind of being more like that with maybe less movies in theater and more going direct to streaming. But that's kind of my theory about it.
That's scary.
Yeah, it is.
It's terrifying.
Mhm.
It's fascinating to see every single media company want to have their own Netflix. And I mean, I understand it. Netflix makes $20 billion a year, but
But I don't
there's
want to
so
pay
many.
like $13 for every single streaming service just
No,
so I can see all these movies.
it's so frustrating to
It
have
is.
everyone like, oh, you want it's like teasing someone like, want this? Pay $15 a month for it. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
And like all the I already have a lot of like subscriptions
Yeah.
every month. And then there's all these new ones that come out. And sometimes it's like, oh, I just want this one thing from this subscription service.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's how it always was with Disney Plus. But I think Disney Plus is going in a direction where it's well worth the money. And that's even a bit cheaper than some of the other ones. So
Yeah, it's like $6
totally.
$6 a month, right?
Yeah.
yeah, it's not bad at all. And they're starting Friday, they'll have stuff every week for like a few months. Like every week.
Yeah. What I don't like is now like Netflix is starting to get devalued because everyone's pulling out like all their deals with Netflix and creating their own streaming services. So honestly, everyone thought that cable was kind of in the past. I think we're going to see a lot of people going back to cable because it's going to get to the point where it's more expensive to have all these streaming services than just cable.
But people could just drop cable and say, I'll just pay for my streaming services.
Yeah. And
you have
there's a lot
like
of stuff you can't get on cable that you can get on streaming services. And
yeah.
Netflix luckily still has IPs that are super valuable and still make a ton of money. Stranger Things, Ozark, they're still be okay, I think.
Yeah.
Even Umbrella Academy, they have strong IPs, and with a new movie each week or whatever, they'll make some new IPs, and I don't worry too much for Netflix. They still have shows that make you stay subscribed to Netflix for sure. As much as it sucks that The Office is no longer on Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, that's frustrating. Peacock isn't going to last long. I mean, I will say, like, their marketing has been fantastic. I cannot go a day without seeing 5 commercials promoting The Office on Peacock.
And, like, unreleased scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked, and then it asked me to pay more. I'm like, you know what? I really want to see this, but I can't do it. I can't swing it. Yeah, it's gonna be weird to see, like, thinking about like 20 years in the future, how much has changed, like not only like, health wise, like how the world will change after COVID, but in terms of like media, like we're talking about with streaming services, sports games. Like, I think this could have like three effects. One, we all just like, go back to like relatively the same as we were before.
Be nice.
That would that's like option number one for me. Um, or we like all become introverted, where like, we spent too much time inside. Our like younger generations, like they're not gonna enjoy school as much because they're used to being on a computer. They're not gonna have that interaction. Or we could go the complete opposite way and everything could flourish, like everyone's hanging out together, like because we don't want to relive this again. Everyone's going to become like grateful for what we had before. Like movies, like you're going to be like incredible, like nonstop. um but it's going to be interesting to see kind of which lane we fall into.
Yeah, for sure.
I think option number 3 is going to happen because if we take a look back in history, the reason the Roaring Twenties are called the Roaring Twenties is because of the pandemic of 1918 with the influenza outbreak.
Yeah.
Well, history lesson. So I totally think like these next couple of years, everybody is going to be out. They're gonna dress nice. Like I just bought a bunch of cool new clothes just so I can, after this is all over, I can go out, have a great time with my friends, and just enjoy life again. I am an entire believer of just everybody is going to go out and actually appreciate life.
As soon as this is over, I'm going to Disney World. I cannot wait. That's when it ends. That's like my benchmark, because I've known people who've gone to Disney World now and it's super cheap, but they get COVID when they go. So I don't want to.
You have to like.
I don't want to do that. But as soon as this is over, that's like the declaration of it being over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think especially now, like I don't know what it was like obviously in like 1918, but like I feel like now like we're more in like with the quarantine now, we know more, like there's more isolation now versus like if there was a pandemic back then. So I think now especially we'll see people really wanting to do things, get back out in the world and have fun. So
yeah, and I hope I think there might, we might see like new companies coming up with new like ideas of like social things to do, and like I don't know, new like fun restaurants or something, or like some just like unique places to go. Like maybe we see the evolution of laser tag, or like I don't know, maybe there's places like Union Point used to be, or Selfield, where like there's the food truck things, and I think people are gonna like push stuff like that more. And I live for that stuff. That stuff's so fun. Like I love when things are going on and I can like go there with my friends and have a good time. So I'm hoping that we have a very like social, fun events going on all over the place, connective result after all this is over. That would be great.
I'm looking something up real quick because you just made me remember something.
Should we bust out the tinfoil hat or not that far?
No, it's not. But I saw something on TikTok that some guy, they came up, it's you go with your friends and it's like a VR like skydiving wingsuit experience.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like who would have thought?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the name of it, but I can't. Company.
Not sure how I feel about that.
Before the pandemic, and we went to like Dave and Buster's, and they had like a VR ride, which was fun.
Which one did you guys do? Did you guys do the ice one?
Like this? The ice dragon. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. But I really do. I think like right now people are just thinking of some great ideas. I can't wait.
That's what I'm saying. Like people are gonna want to like have that creative outlet, and people are gonna do some really cool stuff. And I'm super excited for it. I'm so there for it.
And I'm their target audience, baby.
Yeah.
Load me up on VR skydiving or weird food. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Any guys, anything else to add? Because we've gone on for quite a bit, I think.
Yeah, this has been great.
Big plans, big dreams.
For 2021. There's stuff to look forward to. Hopefully things start to get normal. I really don't want to go to college next year with the same regulations we have this year. That would suck. That would be really bad. I didn't get to have, my fun, super exciting senior year, but I just want college to be fun. So let that happen.
Please, can I have fun in college?
But yeah, I think I'm serious about the barbecue thing. We should push for that. I don't know how much influence we have because, their hands are tied. And I feel like usually when we ask to do things, it doesn't usually happen. But.
All right, let me text Rachel. All right, how about we draft a text to Rachel right now?
All right.
Wow, our audience is seeing history being made right now.
Yeah.
All right,
this is like the writers of the Constitution. Like if there was like a documentary camera there.
Yeah. Dear Madam President.
Boom, brainstorm moment.
It's not how you write it.
Maybe we should have someone else draft up our Constitution.
Boom, brainstorm. That's not how you write an official.
How about this?
The seniors.
We the seniors of Abington High School.
No, actually, I kind of like Aaron's idea of it being a pitch.
Boom, brainstorm moment. Sit down because your socks are about to get knocked off.
Yeah. Like Shark Tank.
Yeah.
About to get knocked off.
Do you like barbecue?
Do you like barbecue?
Do you like?
Does she though? Because if she does it, this whole pitch
is
barbecue. Maybe even vegan options. Vegan options for our picky eaters.
Have you seen the field outside of the high school? It's empty.
Me neither.
About instead of prom and senior reception,
we have a premier reception, prom, senior reception.
Oh God!
I'm gonna leave the chat. That's bad. I'm
sorry. We have a senior, socially distant barbecue. Sponsored by local businesses.
Formal attire welcome.
But not required.
Formal attire welcome, but not required. More details to come. What do you think? Okay, here's what we got. Boom. Brainstorm moment. Sit down because your socks are about to get knocked off. Do you like barbecue? Maybe even vegan options for our picky eaters? How about instead of prom and senior reception, we have a senior socially distant barbecue sponsored by local businesses?
What if we built like a little like mini stage and we had like, the band students and like maybe local musicians kind of play and we can make it like a festival?
We could do it over at like the bandstand instead, over near, like the track. Yeah,
we could have like a whole trail of like fun events. We could have a dunk tank, like just a bunch of different things.
Bring back that. Remember that day? I think it was in like fourth grade.
End of fourth grade.
Yeah, end of fourth grade. Dude, how come we don't do fun stuff like that anymore?
That was honestly one of the best days of my life. I would agree.
That was one of the best days of my life. We had like the photo booth, like all of our friend group was hanging out. There was like snow cones, dunk tank.
Yeah.
Like a cotton candy thing too.
Yeah, that's right.
Good day, dude.
Yeah.
What if we recreate that exact thing?
We only play music from when we were in fourth grade.
Yeah, and we get like the photo booth. We get
What's that?
All right.
Is that now message format? I like it.
Now we're gonna wait until we get a response.
Yeah, on the next episode of Senioritis. Actually, Joe has to.
Yeah.
Brought us in.
Take us out, Joe. Take us out.
what episode is this? The fifth one, fourth one? I don't know.
It's the
Fifth
fifth
one.
episode.
Fifth
Take
one?
us out.
Yeah. This has been the 5th episode of the Senioritis podcast. See you next time. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
All right. Right now, they're rolling in. They're rolling in.
Okay.
So,
Lighten us.
Derek, I need your focus. This is a big
I'm
moment.
focusing. Trust me.
So our idea, she says, first she laughed at it. She did the ha-ha thing.
Ooh, there's nothing funny about this.
Not a good start.
This is how we end our year.
But then she said, I love this.
Yes.
We're talking about having prom on the front lawn, but making it more casual. She says your adaptation, she says like homecoming almost with barbecue instead you like read our minds. And I think she's typing right now, but what I'm getting from this is that we might see our adaptation be kind of spun into prom. Because what they're thinking is making it more casual. What the people want, what the people deserve is a barbecue and a festival.
Dude, but like I want it to be casual to the point where we have a dunk tank and cotton candy. Like that's how casual we want it. You gotta push, AJ. Push for the casual.
That is gonna be hard to plan around because we have to make it like safe and distant. So that means
the dunk tank might be a bit of, only because like the throwing balls. That's the only like people would
What do
have
you
to
think
like.
they're doing in basketball, Matt?
Oh, I know. But this is our whole class.
Yeah.
And we need to make it clear that no junior, sophomore, or freshman is invited to this. We're very welcoming people, but this is a senior thing. We've earned this.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I would. Oh my god! Have like either a big stage or a big movie screen. I'm gonna. All right,
We
so
can make it like
wait.
an all-day
Aaron?
thing.
Are you on the prom committee, Aaron?
Yeah, didn't you join?
yeah, but I haven't gotten anything.
We'll make it happen. It's here. What the hell?
I haven't gotten any emails about the prom.
This is you. This is your responsibility.
I forgot I was on that. That was from like.
Well, you
last
are on
year.
it, so make this happen, would you?
You know what? I might have missed like all of the meetings. Oh no.
You still
Oh
got
my
pulled.
gosh.
You still got pulled.
Yeah. It's the thought that counts.
Wait, let me look at my email. Prom committee.
Damn it, Aaron.
How do you spell committee?
And this
COM. Wait, is it 2 M's or 1 M?
I'm not gonna lie. Hold
2
on.
M's. We got 2 M's, 2 T's, 2 E's.
Yeah.
No, all right. The last things was January 2020. This was last year. So prom committee is dead. It's gone.
Bring it back, dude.
All right,
No,
wait.
this
so,
is the
This is the new. This is
senior
the casual
barbecue.
prom committee.
Yeah, the casual
Yeah.
prom committee.
all right. So dunk tank, cotton candy, stage, music,
Who's getting? All right. Here's the thing, though.
festival.
We can't double contaminate the water. So who's being the designated dunk tank person?
Ooh,
Has
I'm
to be
not.
fun.
Not me, dude.
I'm not a swimmer. Wait, what else do we want at this festival thing?
No way they'll let us do the photo booth. That's too undistanced.
Yeah.
It's worth
That's
the pitch. It's worth the pitch. No, actually, never mind. Never mind.
Do
Let's
photo
have
booth extra large
What if we just have someone just taking pictures and videos?
photographer.
Yeah.
I know.
Not
I know a guy
paid.
from Abington Cam that could record some of this stuff.
Yeah.
What about a Polaroid photographer? So like
Polaroid.
they'll snap the picture, give you the Polaroid.
Like at the boogie bash or whatever
But
it was
then-
called.
The
You
boo
have to
bash.
carry
How
it
dare
around.
you?
The boo bash, like that.
If you
yeah.
had a Polaroid, when you have to carry it around like all night though, like unless you have somewhere to put it, but like if you're wearing like something without, like, you know, if you're like a dress, like is it formal still or is it like
Polaroids are in, Joe.
No. And
Well-
same thing with the photo booth. When you get that big reel in the photo booth, like the big ticket, you have to carry that around.
true? Yeah, I
The
guess.
Polaroids are in.
Yeah. And
Dude,
someone
I
like
love that they came back. I love that they
we
came
can
back.
charge like $1 a
No, we
picture.
can't. We don't have to do that.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
just-
no, make it free. Make it free.
Okay. all right.
Don't have fun here, Matt. Not a business opportunity. Jesus.
Sorry.
All right. Dunk tank, cotton candy, stage, music, festival, barbecue. What else do you want? What else do we want?
I want staph infection. Get us staph infection.
Staph infection.
We need staph infection.
Teacher
That's-
band.
No,
staff
we need
infection.
the band staph
The
infection.
band staph
We
infection
don't- yeah.
is what we're referring to. The band staph infection, featuring the return of Mr. Tirrell ?
Yes.
All right, yeah, teacher band staph infection. Okay. For all you don't know who staph infection is at home, inside, but it's not really inside joke. It's Dorado, Regabudo,
Mr. Campbell, Mr. Blanchett,
Mr.
Mr.
Prizio.
Prezio.
Yeah, boom. Okay. What else? Come on, ideas, flow. Let's go. Quick, fast. Whatever's on your mind. Say it. Carnival games. Maybe.
Lemonade stand.
Lemonade stand.
A magician.
Magician.
A magician.
No, I wasn't serious about the magician.
It's already down. Come on, keep
A
them coming.
clown.
The
What?
Forget a
green wave
magician.
suit.
May as well
The
get a
green
clown.
wave suit. The guy, the
Clown.
mascot. That guy.
Have Mr. Holtzman return. as
Mr.
the-
Holtzman in
Green
the green
wave
wave suit.
suit. Holtzman return. How do you
Um,
spell freaking
Hmm.
more.
return? Come on.
I want
Popcorn.
no, never mind. Lost it.
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
This
Give me
thing,
three
it's
more.
listen,
me
it's
three more.
going into the night. Strobe lights.
Strobe lights. Wait, do people get seizures?
Yeah.
So no strobe lights.
Kill the strobe lights.
I don't like why you said that very like you wanted people to have.
No,
seizures
I would
with
never
strobe lights.
want
Okay.
that.
Well, I'm just
honestly.
I'm being safe for our epileptic people.
All right,
Maybe.
no
I'll
strobe
put a maybe
lights.
next to it.
Okay.
I'll
Fog
put a maybe
machine.
next to it. Smoke machine.
Fog
Well, we don't
machine.
want to cause like traffic hazards. I mean,
We're
I don't know
in
about
front of the
the-
school.
The library's
Yeah.
closed for this hour or a few hours. Sorry.
we want how like in front of the school they have like the lights that are like never on.
Yeah.
We want those lights on.
Yeah, turn the lights on.
Lights on.
Yeah,
You know those
the green lights. Like
yeah, the green ones in like the hallway. Turn the
Yeah.
green lights.
Okay.
Hmm.
I think I have a lot to work off of, so I'm
No, you don't. We need more.
the list.
Just
You
put
get that-
down more
Uh-huh.
pending.
More pending
Yeah,
if idea is taken to the House floor.
I think that's fair.
Okay,
Alright.
so
There we
that'll
go.
that'll wrap this episode up again. Episode 5, Senioritis. See you guys next time.